This was clearly a terrorist attack. And while the Obama administration has designated that attack that killed all those people a workplace violence, the survivors are not getting the necessary help.
Why am I fighting daily, to get treatment that I deserve, that I fought for?
I think the military could have done way more to attend to the different needs of everyone who was injured or the deceased families, and do something to take care of these issues that have occurred, that will occur for the rest of their lives.
I'm still in a lot of pain. I still have a bullet that's in my thigh. I still have a bullet that's in my back.
On a good day, I can walk.
I'm just trying to get treatment for my PTSD so I won't kick my wife out the bed when I'm having a nightmare.
On a bad day, I'm in a wheelchair.
We're just pushed in the corner and shoved aside. They got a Band-Aid and we're sent on their way.
It's difficult enough when we lose these brave Americans in battles overseas. It is horrifying that they should come under fire at an Army base on American soil.
I was released from the hospital. I had to take care of myself on my own. I couldn't walk, and I had to feed myself. I had to cook my own food. I had no table. I had no chair. So I'll eat out of the floor.
I met with the surgeon after they took me to the ER and they gave me a chest tube. He told me that I was okay to go back to duty, but I couldn't put my hair up and I couldn't get dressed. And he hadn't done anything for me except give me a removable cast. I ended up going to see a civilian doctor, and they gave me really good care. I have plates and screws, and I can do everything I needed to do as far as my duties went once I actually recovered from that. But I don't know that I would have gotten that kind of recovery if I hadn't have had a civilian doctor.
I get a letter back from the Physical Disability Agency telling me that this wasn't a terrorist attack and that he's not a member of a terrorist group, and they base their decision on actual facts.
So to declare that soldier a foreign terrorist, we're told would have a potentially profound effect on the ability to conduct the trial.
Are you satisfied with that, Secretary?
I think I've answered your questions repeatedly.
You don't think that's insensitive to the soldiers?
It's disgraceful that they don't want to recognize the soldiers for their sacrifice. I mean, they were fighting a domestic enemy.
Workplace violence is not a Muslim jihadist terrorist in camouflage opening fire on unarmed, unprotected soldiers. That's not workplace violence. That's terrorism.
And it is al-Qaeda's adherents, individuals, sometimes with little or no direct physical contact with al-Qaeda, who have succumbed to its hateful ideology and who have engaged in or facilitated terrorist activities here in the United States. These misguided individuals are spurred on by the likes of al-Qaeda's Adam Gadan and Anwar Awlaki in Yemen, who speak English and preach violence in slick videos over the internet. And we have seen the tragic results with the murder of a military recruiter in Arkansas 2 years ago and the attack on our servicemen and women in Fort Hood.
Promises were made to us that we would be taken care of and that our families would not have anything to worry about. But as of today, that has not been altogether true.
we're the ones who are fighting for our freedom. But, in a case like this, we are maltreated and mistreated, and it's horrifying.
The fact that, I was shot by a terrorist and they don't want to call it an act of terrorism and deem my injuries combat related, I think it's just, ridiculous.
There's no greater honor, but also no greater responsibility for me than to make sure that the extraordinary men and women in uniform are properly cared for and that their safety and security when they are at home is provided for.